Okay, everybody, we're back. My first guest tonight has appeared in such films as Mighty Joe Young and Celebrity. Beginning next month, you can see her in the big screen adaptation of John Irving's The Cider House Rules. Please welcome Charlize Theron. Oh, you look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You really do. You got the glitter on, too, or either that or I've had some kind of drug.
No, it's just my skin.
It's very nice.
Thanks.
You look fantastic.
Kind of sparkly.
Yeah, it is sparkly. That's the new thing now, right?
I know, and you know what? There you have some.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The fact that that's the most thrilling thing that's happened to me in 6 months is now depressing me.
No.
Well, you look great. Thank you for being here. Nice to have you.
Thank you for having me back.
You know, the last time you were on the show, we started talking about something I didn't know, which is that you're from South Africa. Mm-hmm. You're actually from a very small town.
Yeah.
Like, really rural part of South Africa.
Yes.
So you were not, I mean, you were talking last time about how there was a small video store and you pretty much saw every video that there was to see. What about movies? I mean, did you grow up watching movies? Was there a movie theater in town?
We didn't have movie theaters till I was about 14. So every Friday my mom would take me to the drive-in, but you'd never know what was playing. So you just basically show up at 7.
They didn't announce beforehand?
No, movies were not marketed. They are now. Things have really changed now, but they were definitely not. It was not, you didn't know.
You just showed up because that was all there was to do pretty much at that.
Yeah, exactly. And you'd maybe see the name in the newspaper, but you wouldn't know what the movie's about. Mm-hmm. So you would just literally show up and hope that it was suitable for your children.
Oh. That must have been some embarrassing moments.
Well, yeah, I was about 8 years old, and I went with my mom, and Fatal Attraction played. And, you know, my mom didn't know, so she just started realizing that there was a psycho lady, and she was having sex, a lot of sex.
I remember that.
And my mom was thinking, my 8-year-old daughter is sitting next to me, probably wondering what this is, so maybe this is a good time for me to tell her. So in the car, I got the birds and the bees and the crazy rabbits and all of that stuff.
Wait a minute. She explained the birds and the bees based on Fatal Attraction. What a wonderful thing for a child. When a man meets an insane woman, she follows him, kills his pet, and then he shoots her in a bathtub.
I know. Do you want to go out with me?
Yes. I don't care.
Can you imagine?
I'll put all that stuff aside for when we go out. You've been working. I guess I first heard about you. What was your first movie? The L.A. movie. What I'm thinking, In the Valley? 2 Days.
2 Days in the Valley.
2 Days in the Valley. You've made a lot of movies. What? What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong?
Thanks for knowing.
I have to keep a lot of stuff in here. Conrad Bain's name is up there.
And so, you know, no, I get it, really.
Okay, I apologize. 2 Days in the Valley.
Yes.
With David Bowie.
Yes.
Okay.
Anytime.
But that's the first time I saw you. You've made a lot of movies since then, and you have a reputation, a nice reputation for being very friendly on the set. You befriend the crews that work on the movies, the guys that operate the cameras, move the scenery. Is that
well, you know, the thing is, I think people think that when you work on a movie, you walk away with like a million new friends, and they're all your best friends, and it's really not the case. But the truth is, a lot of people get thrown into a job for 3 or 4 months, and they're mostly men, and they don't really, I mean, not everybody really wants to be there.
Right.
And so why make it miserable?
Right. So, well, some stars do. I mean, you hear stories. Some stars throw fits.
And I always get a feeling when I walk on the set the first couple of days, the guys go, another leading lady and that kind of stuff. And so
she's wearing sparkles. She's gonna be trouble.
Exactly. Yeah. And she's a little princess. And look, somebody's bringing her coffee and all of that stuff. So and it's very funny because I either have this written on my forehead because they start it usually with the pranking, and then I just every once in a while throw in drop your pants.
What do you mean? You go up to the guys on the set and say drop your pants?
Well, they prank, and then what's the old saying? If you can't beat them, join them.
Yes. Yeah. So that's what you do. You go up to guys, and how many guys that you say drop your pants to, drop your pants?
Well, I've never been denied.
Seriously?
I have never, ever been denied.
That's amazing.
I've never been denied.
And they just do it immediately.
There's always a first time.
Yeah. Don't try him. Yeah, it's not going to work out.
Okay, we'll see later.
That's a great power, because if I went around saying that to people, I would be denied 95% of the time. You, on the other hand, 100%. That's amazing.
Well, I have my ways. I mean,
Right.
I'm very lucky because I'm always a little princess on the set as well, because
Right.
the DP always looks out for me. You know, I was shooting a movie in Portland. We went whitewater rafting, which was so much fun, and everybody, you know, all the guys went.
Right.
And it was me and my mom, and we'd get close to each other and try and pull each other off the boat, and I'd pull these guys literally into the freezing water, and then they'd come after me, and the DP would go, "Now, boys, leave Charlize alone. She has to work tomorrow."
Right. She's the star.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you get to push people off a boat, and no one can do anything to you. That's a good job. The Cider House Rules is coming out. I guess that opens December 10th in New York and L.A. Michael Caine in this movie is one of my favorites.
Amazing.
And he's doing an American accent.
Yes, for the first time, I think. Amazing. Just absolutely, absolutely amazing. And I didn't get to work that much with him on the movie, but the little that I did, I think I'm just secretly in love. We had the premiere.
Not anymore. You just blew the whole secretly part.
Well, yeah. We had the premiere last night, and he's been married for a very, very long time to one of the most beautiful women alive. I think she was Miss India. Just gorgeous, great sense of humor, and I didn't really know her as well as I knew Michael until last night, and I thought she didn't hear me, and I said to Michael, I said, you know, if you ever want to get married again, just give me a call. And like 5 minutes later, she walks up to me and she goes, you know, I'm Muslim, so if you want to come and join the club, you know, it's fine.
How many wives is he allowed?
Apparently 4. She's cool with 4.
Great.
She just wants to be wife number 1.
Right.
And so she invited me. I said, it was great.
That's a very secure woman. That's a very cool woman.
Tell me about it, right?
Did you hear about the drop your pants thing? Good. Don't mention that. Well, Cider House Rules, December 10th in New York and L.A. Charlize, thanks very much for coming. It's always great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Charlize Theron, everybody. David Bowie coming up in just a bit. Take a quick break.